Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's episode, I'd like to share with you a few items I received in the mail, a few items I picked up at a couple of different stores. Yeah, that's about right. I have a collection of things. So if you're interested in seeing that, stay tuned. Cold for several days. The weather has changed and it's absolutely awful outside. So I have a nice warm cup of tea and I'll be enjoying that. So why don't you guys grab yourself a cup of tea? Let's enjoy some tea together and let's look at what I picked up. First, I went to the Dollar Tree because I passed a few of them and I thought, let me see if they have anything in there for the summer and springtime. If they got their spring stuff in. And I happened to come across in one Dollar Tree some plant clips. They come 22 a packet and I picked up a couple of these to see if I like these versus the plant ties that I've been utilizing. Now, I don't recall all the stores I've gone to here over the past month because I've been to a few stores just in my regular everyday shopping. And I think I got these from Walmart, I'm not sure. But last year I grew the Scarlet runner bean as my single seed challenge. And I ended up not finishing that series because I had a lot of start and stops with it. But when I did the final harvest of everything, I did come across a single seed challenge. It wasn't the original one, but I did come across it and I ended up only getting 2 seed pods from that bean. So I collected those seeds and I think I got maybe 4 actual seeds to replant. So I found these. I think they were in Walmart, but I don't remember. And that single seed challenge from last year was the Scarlet runner bean. And so this packet only has, it feels like maybe 3 or 4 beans in it. It doesn't have very many beans. So I picked up 2 packets. That way, if I want to try them again, I'll try them again. Just for putting nitrogen in the ground, and the flower is so pretty. So just for the flower, not necessarily for eating this bean, because this didn't really give me very many bean pods, which is really strange. So the Scarlet runner bean, 2 packets of that. And I was watching a few other content creators and they were sowing seeds directly in the ground. And one of them were sowing poppies. And I think I've got these from either Walmart or Lowe's. Don't hold me to that. But I picked up some more poppies. I already have some and I've already sown a few outdoors. This one is the Hungarian blue poppy. I thought that was really very unique. And I picked up this black swan, which is very, very unique. I've never seen a poppy that looks like that. I may do some direct sowing of these, but I'm not quite sure right now since I've already done some direct sowing of several flowers. I picked up another Phlox. This one is the Ford Hook. It has multicolor Phlox in it. So I got that one. And I had some passion flower in the garden it might have been a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I had the crimson, I think it's called the crimson or the scarlet passion flower. Beautiful red leaves. And that died in our winter, last winter. So I ended up picking up another packet of passion flower. I want to see if I can grow this. This is very good for the pollinators. I don't care for how the flower looks. I don't think that flower is very attractive to me, but I do want to see if this will give any fruit. And of course, I want to bring pollinators to the garden, so I may go ahead on and put this in the garden as well. And this does not feel like it has very many seeds either, but we'll see. And I think I went to either Lowe's or Home Depot, and I picked up some more peas. I really love peas. And I picked up some Early Perfection because I want to put a whole lot more peas in the garden this spring. As a matter of fact, these can be planted from February through April, which is why I got these, because we were in the month of February. So I do want to put the Early Perfection in, and I'm going to sow the entire packet. And of course, I really love, my spouse and I, we love the Oregon Sugar Pod pea. And I had 1 packet of this, and I want to put this entire packet out. I think I have some also in my seed boxes, and these also can go out in February. They can go out from February through April, and then again in the fall in September. So I am going to be putting out some Oregon Snap Peas, and Oregon Sugar Pod, and some Early Perfection. Now, I also ordered a few things from Baker Creek, and I'll start with that next. I'm going to show you the freebie that they sent me, and I'm really excited to see what this one is all about. I was sent some Mizuna. That's a really interesting looking green. So I believe I'm going to put that in the garden. And my spouse and I don't like the taste of celery. However, when I make stock or broth, I will use it. And I said to myself, you know, I'm really kind of tired of buying it from the store, and I can never seem to keep the store-bought pieces alive when I try to put it in the garden. So I said, let me see if I can try to grow some celery. And maybe this might be something I actually might like the taste of. We'll see. But I picked up this pretty Chinese pink. I saw another content creator had this in her garden, and I thought this was a really pretty celery, so I got that. And then of course I picked up the Chinese white, only because that looked like it was a much larger plant. So I thought, I'll give that a try as well. So celery is going to be going in the garden this spring. Also picked up some more broad beans. I bought some broad beans last fall, and I put them in too late. And when we got our first true and honest cold snap, it killed off all of the broad beans, and they were growing so well. I was so disappointed. So I picked up another packet of broad beans. I would love to try to taste a broad bean. I've never tasted them before, but the goal with my beans this year is to enrich the nitrogen in my soil and to use the plant as a chop and drop. So broad beans are going to be going into the garden in the late summer, early fall. All right, now let's see. I have another container over here. I purchased some things from Botanical Garden. Now I cut this box open, but I did not open it, so I don't know what I ordered, because like I mentioned, I ordered some things some time ago, and all of this stuff has been sitting. I've been walking past it, and I said, I really need to do something and get on my P's and Q's and start this indoor sowing. Botanical Interest always sends a nice little thank you for growing. And I thought that was really sweet. I think this is the second or third time I've ordered from Botanical Interest. And I like when seed companies do that, when they leave you notes or they do a handwritten note. That's really sweet. Remember now, I ordered some flowers. I want to put a little more color in my garden. And what's this? They're all stuck together, sorry. I want to put a little bit more color in my garden, but I want to put some darker color. And I have some bachelor buttons that are red that I received as a gift from a YouTuber. And I had some bachelor buttons that were blue and purple, and I was not a fan of the blue, so I did not collect those seeds. But this one was so striking to me when I saw it. I told myself that, you know, I don't need to buy it, but I just wanted to buy it. So this is a Black Magic bachelor button. Can you guys see how beautiful that flower is? I have no idea where I'm gonna put it, or if I'm even gonna put it in this year's garden, but that is so pretty. So that is that. And then they sent me a thank you. That was nice. They sent me a thank you, a lettuce, mucilin. I'm not sure if I will grow this. I need to see exactly what the mixture of it is, because I don't like anything that's spicy. I don't like spicy lettuce. So yeah, no, I'll have to see about that one. And then of course they send you a seed starting guide. You always get a seed starting guide from Botanical Interest, which is very helpful. And you can always gift this to a new gardener, which is what I usually do. I want to put some structure in the garden. I want to put a plant in the garden that moves with the wind and that's just pretty to look at. And so I want to start some ornamental grasses. I used to have ornamental grasses 2 years ago, and they died out. Not quite sure if it was because of the drought, the watering, me not being here. I wanted to put in this particular grass. This is a bunny tail grass. And I used to have these seeds, and I can't remember if they ever germinated. I don't think they did. So I want to try this again. This is definitely going to go in the spring garden. I might start this indoors because I think that's really pretty. So I'll put that out. I picked up, I already have some Love in the Mist. It is I think it might be a bluish color. And so this one is the African Bride. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna put this one in the spring garden. I don't think I have room enough for that one, because like I mentioned a moment ago, I have been sowing seeds directly, and I have no idea what's coming up or how much it's going to be in the garden this year, because I'm trying to truly pack this year's garden full of color and life and beauty, as well as food. I had seeds for this plant, but I want to say that this plant that I collected seeds from, the flower was a purple, and when I saw this one, I thought, wow, I might actually put this one in the garden because it is so striking. It is a Scabiosa, a pincushion flower, and it's called Black Night. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, that is so beautiful. And the last but not least, I want to say, let's see if this is, yeah, this is the last one from Botanical Interest. I also picked up another ornamental grass. This is a millet. And if I'm not mistaken, you can actually use this as a feed, because I'm not quite sure, but I do believe that's what I read. It is called Purple Majesty. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to definitely be sowing the Purple Majesty, the bunny tail, and a few, one or two more flowers, but not too many more flowers because I've already sown enough flowers. Now, I'm gonna change gears before I show you all the next set of seeds. So hold on. It was just luck that I walked into the farm store this day and found that all of these seeds were 40% off. There's an entire row of seeds. It goes on as far as the eye can see. Now I know I'm scrolling pretty quickly, but I just want you to see how many seeds are actually here. It seems to go on forever. And all of these, of course, are burpee. It goes around the corner. As you can see, they have the larger packets.
They have the flowers for larger sections of ground, just some of everything. It's so exciting to see that spring is coming and they're putting out all these wonderful items for us to take part of. They've got flowers, bulbs, they have roses, you name it, they have it. They even have a little something for the bugs. I found a little mini greenhouse that was really pretty. I actually have it, so I don't need it. They had this gorilla cart. I have a garden cart that looks just like this. I don't believe mine is a gorilla cart, but it has a lot of different ways to break it down. It's an amazing little cart. Maybe one day you'll see it. They even had another little cart that might be good for maybe taking your dogs for a walk or going to the farmer's market.
Now, what I'm going to show you now is some fertilizer that I've been using for about a month now. And I have a couple of boxes of it. This one I have indoors, and it is Kelp Meal. I've been feeding my indoor plants as well as what I still have alive in the garden right now with the Kelp Meal. So I'm going to be phasing out the Alaskan fish emulsion, and I'm going to start using the Kelp Meal to see if I get a different result, a better result, because I wasn't 100% liking the results I was receiving. So Kelp Meal is what I have been using, and so far I can say that my indoor plants kind of love it. And the next thing I purchased that I have been using indoors and outdoors, no, actually I did not use this one indoors. I only used it outdoors. No, I have to take that back, because I did sow some stuff indoors. I had to think about it for a minute. There's a lot going on all the time over here, you guys. And I put a little bit of this in my seed starting containers. And this is this box got pretty banged up, but I picked up some Azomite rock dust. I saw another content creator was talking about the benefits of Azomite and how they used it in their garden, and I wanted to give it a try. I'm trying to increase all the natural minerals in my soil. I'm trying to put more minerals and boost the nutritional value of my soil. So Azomite rock dust, I did put some of this outdoors already. Our temperatures have changed, our weather has changed, so it's freezing and cold and snowy and sleet and just really nasty right now, so I can't get out in the garden. But I did put all of these amendments in several of my containers before all that happened, because we were actually getting some pretty nice weather up until this week. So fertilizers. Now let's switch gears one more time. I needed to pick up a few things at the grocery store, and look at what I see. All this beautiful spring bounty. I'm so excited. I'm not going to buy anything, but take a look, y'all. Woo! Check out all this beautiful stuff for the garden. Oh, it fills my heart with joy. All right, I went to the market. I went to Sprouts, and I think I also have some stuff in here that I got from Seeds Now. So let's see what I have in this little bag, my little goodie bag. I just dumped a bunch of stuff in this bag. All right. Yes, I got some stuff from Seeds Now, from Walmart. So I remember these distinctly. I got those from Walmart, and I do not know where I got these seeds. Might be Walmart. And the rest of these came from Sprouts, because Sprouts, they oh, I got more of those seeds. Sprouts, they sell botanical interest, so I know these came from Sprouts. So let's start with Seeds Now. And if you've never shopped at Seeds Now, take a look in my description box, and I've put some information down there for you so that you can get yourself some seeds from Seeds Now with a little bit of a discount from me. So let's see. I picked up some broad beans from Seeds Now, and they're different broad beans than what I picked up from Baker Creek. No, see y'all, I had to put my reading glasses on, y'all. Yeah, this one just says that this is a broad Windsor, and I can't even pronounce which one, how they say this, so we're not even gonna try that. That's interesting. And so you get about 10 seeds, and they're very big seeds if you've never seen broad bean seeds. And these are from Seeds Now. So I'm going to plant all of my broad beans, but I'm gonna be smart about it, and I'm gonna plant them in the late summer, early fall, so that I can get a harvest off of those. I also picked up some summer savory. I didn't have any, and I was watching a content creator, and I want to say his sister sent him some savory, and so summer savory, I picked up some of that, and I do believe that I'm going to be winter sowing some summer savory. And of course, gotta love Seeds Now. They always give you a little seed starter packet that contains a what do you call this little thing, y'all? The little pouch, the coconut core pouch or peat pouch, I'm not sure which one it is. And they give you some seeds to go in there. And they gave me a cherry red small tomato. Well, that's interesting. I'm not going to be growing tomatoes like this for salads. These are, to me, these are like little salad tomatoes, little round cherry tomatoes that you pop in your salad or you eat directly. My spouse likes these kind of tomatoes, but I'm not growing these, not this year. I'm going to be growing Roma and San Marzano. Those are the ones I'm going to be growing this year. So unless something happens and I change my mind, I'm not going to be growing any additional tomatoes. But I'm going to keep that because I will eventually grow that. And I picked up from Walmart some leeks, and I know this was Walmart because I went to at least 3 different Walmarts with my mom, and I found some leeks. I was running very low on leeks, and I found these American flag leeks. And so yeah, I'm going to be doing some indoor sowing, and these are gonna go in my indoor greenhouse. This one is like 150 days to harvest, so I need to get these in. So leeks, they are very good. And I wanted to grow the bells of Ireland again. Now these are some really pretty little flowers, so I wanted to put these in the garden. I'm thinking I will indeed put these in the garden, but I have been so busy putting seeds, sowing seeds directly, as well as winter sowing. I don't even know if I'll even have very much more room, so I'm gonna sleep on it. But I do want to have some bells of Ireland, but I don't know if I'll have room now that I've been planting like a mad person. And from Sprouts, I picked up, and I totally forgot. See, this is what happens when you buy things and then you forget you bought it and you buy more of the thing you've already bought. So I already had the Oregon pea, right? Remember I showed you guys that? Well, I got more from Sprouts. Now, what I can tell you is this little packet right here, this burpee packet, this has so many more peas in it than this little packet. So I did good. But yes, I bought more Oregon sugar pods, and they're the exact same thing. One is just a burpee variety, and one is a botanical interest. And the ones I currently have that I've opened is botanical interest. So I will sow what I have left that I've already opened, and then I'll sow these. Now I have some amaranth. I think I have the Love Lies Bleeding, but don't hold me to that. And I also saw this beautiful coral fountain amaranth. And I saw another content creator was going to be planting some amaranth. I know she received some amaranth as a gift, and I think she did a live on harvesting that. And my grandmother, one of my grandmother's favorite color was coral. She loved the color coral. She would wear coral makeup, coral fingernail polish. And when I saw this and I read it that it was a coral fountain, it just made me think of her. So coral. I'm not sure if I'm going to grow any of my amaranth. And this is actually Love Lies Bleeding, but it's a coral fountain. The other one I have is a different color. I have to see which one that is, but yes, that's really pretty. So I'm not going to put this in the garden. Yeah, I'm not going to put this in the garden in the spring. I just don't have any room for that. I have so much more I'm trying to squeeze in. But I will be planting that in the future. And of course, borage. I was running low on my borage, so I picked up an extra packet of borage because borage is good. You can use the flowers in salads, in teas. This is a very good medicinal plant. It's good to bring in the beneficial bees and insects. So borage, I think the one I had reseeded itself. Well, I know it reseeded itself, but I think that the second time it did that, it might have also dropped some seeds. So I'm gonna have to see if it's gonna come back on its own. If not, I'm definitely going to sow borage because I like to keep borage in my strawberry tower, and I have some strawberries coming in tomorrow. I probably should have waited to do this video tomorrow, but that's okay. Just know, got some strawberries coming in tomorrow. And I also picked up some more basil, and I probably don't need any more basil. Well, I know I don't need any more, but I picked up some more Italian Genovese basil because basil is delicious, and I do make my own pesto every year whenever I grow it. And my basil, I allow it to go to seed, so my basil has been coming back for the past couple of years. I haven't had to sow too many seeds, but to be honest with you, I have basil out there. I have no idea what it is because I totally forgot to label it, and it comes back every year. And it's not the Italian or the sweet basil, so it could be holy basil, it could be cinnamon basil. I've got basil out there and I have no idea which one it is. So last but not least, I actually do have this in my seed box, and I have sown some probably 2 years ago, and I hadn't sown any more. I sowed the red clover, and I have that in the garden right now. It has not died. It's in the indoor greenhouse. But I also want to put back in the garden this particular clover. This is the crimson clover. And I do have some seed left over, but I wanted to purchase more because this is also very good as a cover crop. It'll bring nutrients back to your soil. The flower is very beautiful. It brings in beneficial insects. And clover, just in case you didn't know, but clover is very good for women. Look, all you ladies out there who are watching my video, look up the benefits of clover and grow you some and make you some teas and tinctures. So yes, I'm going to be sowing some more crimson clover because I already have red clover growing, but I do definitely want to put some crimson clover because it's good for your soil. And I think that is all that I have to show you guys today. And I do apologize, this video, I was probably rambling, just jibber jabbering on. But you know, I just felt like having a little tea and a little talk with you guys today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. I hope you stick around and watch many more of my videos, especially when I am putting out these seeds that I'm going to sow indoors in the springtime. And if you enjoyed everything, give me a thumbs up and share my video. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye for now.